yet? So he was like, before I put you back in bed, you can't tell nobody. Not grandma. Grandma was his. Grandma was my mom. His grandmother was my adopted mother. Okay, so he's like, you can't tell grandma. You can't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't telling nobody. He like, I'm serious. Don't tell nobody. I said, I don't care about what you're talking about. I said I'm not gonna tell nobody. Right? Did I say that or did I not say that? So he was like, okay, just make sure you don't tell nobody. I'm like, give no fuck. Put me back in the fucking bed. So, anyways, I didn't get loud or nothing like that because I didn't want to wake nobody up. Because again, things could have been looked at a lot differently. Y'all would have think because I was a little kid that's in trouble than I was, or me not in trouble at all. Because what the fuck would I be in trouble for? But okay. But in my case, I got in trouble for shit that I wouldn't understand why I got in trouble for. And so I felt like they would have thought I was trying to do some shit with him too. On some grown, but not grown shit. I don't fucking know. At this point, I was just like, I wasn't trying to be loud, but I was trying to make him understand. Please stop touching on me. First of all, I'm family, and I'm always think that first, regardless of what the fuck you think. And please put me back in the bed so I can go back to sleep. Why are you waking me up in the middle of the night just to feel and touch and what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? And what the fuck do you... Don't you got a girl? You don't got a girl? Go find one. There's so many out here. Please go get one. Fuck. What you want to deal with this skinny ass branch for? What do you want with me? At all people, what do you want with me? He didn't get that concept. But he ended up putting me in, none to say less. He didn't do too much. He, like I said, just felt on my non-existent ass while trying to talk to me and try to get me to do other shit with him. I'm like, alright, cool, whatever. It is what it is. So, the next day, I kid you not, the very next day, everybody in the house was gone. But my mom and my little brother, Max, which is my oldest little brother. Because I got a younger brother named Jaden. Anyways, kid y'all not, the very next day, my mom asked me and my brother. She takes us in the room, and this is the first time she ever asked us this shit. And she says, since everybody's gone, I'm finna ask y'all this. Y'all can tell me anything. And so my heart dropped to my foot when she said that, because I knew she was gonna ask. It was somebody touching on us or doing anything of the sort. And my heart dropped to my foot when she actually said it. She said, don't lie. And you don't gotta hide nothing from me, da-da-da-da-da. Let me know if somebody has been feeling on y'all. I said, oh, shit, in the back of my head. Because obviously I'm not gonna cuss in front of my mama. Nor am I gonna be reacting. So I was like, oh, my God. I said, I'm finna die. So I'm standing there. And why did I think I was gonna die? I don't know. You know? That's serious when you know your parent just come out the blue saying that like she knew something, you know what I'm saying? So my brother, being him, he was like, no, nobody. So she asked this individual, she said, has anybody been touching on you? And she was looking my brother dead in his face. He said, no, nobody's been touching on me. So she paused, she waited and looked at me. Has anybody been touching on you, Jalea? I looked at her, I looked at my brother, I looked away. Then I looked back at her. And at first I was like, you know what, I ain't gonna say shit. Then I was just like, you know what, I'll tell her. See what the fuck she gonna do. So I tell her and I'm like, yeah, somebody been touching on me. And she said, who? Who's been touching on you? And so I looked at her again. I looked at my brother. And I looked away again. And I was quiet for like 2 seconds. And then I was like, blah blah blah, was touching on me, and she was like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. The fuck, was I faking? Was I supposed to lie? I ain't finna lie and say somebody been touching on me. That's a no for me, big dog. I don't want nobody getting in trouble for nothing they didn't do, you know what I'm saying? But it's only so much you can do to buddy. So I was like, what the fuck? But I was like, yeah, I'm serious. And I was like, she was like, where has he touched you at? So she was like, did he touch you in your private part? I said, no, he did not touch me in my private part. She was like, did he touch you on your butt? I'm like, yeah, he touched me on my butt. I said, all he did was rub on my butt. And she was like, okay. She said, I'm going to talk to his mama when we leave. Because, okay, at this point, I was living with my oldest sister. It was me, my mom, my brother, and It was me, my mom, my two youngest brothers, and my little sister living with my sister. And we was getting ready to move anyways. Like, I guess it was coming soon, so she was like, I'm going to tell his mom before we leave. And, something like that. So basically trying to make me feel better that she's going to tell his fucking mama. But I'm like, what is she going to do to him that's going to help me out? You know what I'm saying? And even calling the police, it just wasn't going to help things out, because then it's going to look like, well, you just put my son in jail type shit. Even though, you know, that's still wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know what I wanted to happen. Because it's like, it's not the fact that you can take that memory out of my head anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's no way in hell you can take it out. Unless I forget that shit. Which, in this case, I'm 19. That happened when I was like, maybe 12, 13. So, yeah. But anyways, but like I said, it happened again and again and again. Or he would just fail on me, you know. And obviously, as I got older, I start growing a little more meat on my bones. So I wasn't too much as a stick no more, but I obviously wasn't, you know, slim thick with a fatty. But, you know, your girl growing a little meat on her bones, grow a little bit of B cup / C cup titties, and yeah, you know, Poom Poom always gonna be there. So, not saying he was feeling on my vagina, okay? He was not feeling on my vagina, no. But okay, y'all would think that would have ended while I was little, right? No, it didn't. No, it didn't, babe. So we was friends on social media. Why were we friends on social media? I just friended all the family. Okay, that's what happened. I ended up friending the family. Why did I even friend up the family when I didn't even like half of them? Or they didn't even fuck with me anyways? The world may never know. But we ended up being friends on, I think it was Facebook, Snapchat, and maybe Instagram, I think. Maybe. Anyways, I knew his friends on Snapchat and Facebook for sure. And he ends up hitting me up on Snapchat. And this happened this year. And why didn't I save the messages? Because I just didn't want to look back at that anymore. That made me like to my stomach just reading it as he was typing. So, and the fact that I had to keep double checking to make sure that was his snap, ridiculous. But I knew it was his snap because the name that he used on social media, it was just like, are you dead ass, bro? So mind you, I'm older now, I'm 19. I know what the fuck fucking is. I know what sucking is. I know what licking it. I know what that shit is now, okay? Even more than I did when I was little. I still know what it was when I was little, but I know it even more now. The fuck? He didn't get that concept either. He hits me up on Snapchat talking about, hey, can I ask you a question? And right when he said that, I was like, I already know what the fuck this is finna be about. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Ask your question. And he was like, can we fuck one time for the one time? I just want to see how it is. He said it'll only happen once. I'll pay for a hotel. I'll even pay you. He even asked me to send him pictures of myself. He'll pay me for the pictures. He told me he'll let me know when he had came back out to where I used to live at. He even said that, and I'm like, all right, cool. Not really all right, cool, but I was like, so I'm reading this shit, right? No, I wasn't texting back. I just read it. Obviously, on Snapchat fucking tells everything. You opened the message, you read the message. You fucking saved the message, you fucking deleted the message. Whoop de fucking do, Snap. Alright. But anyways, basically, so he basically telling me he'll pay me to fuck me and basically pay for a hotel to come see me and shit like that. I'm like, you do know who this is, right? You do know who I am, correct? And you do know that this shit ain't happening, correct? And you also know, right on my Snapchat that you just watched, I just posted that I have a whole, not a half, not a side, a whole ass nigga by my side. So you think, one, I'm gonna come and fuck you for some money. Or come fuck you at all because you want to see how it feel, or see what it look like, or fulfill the fantasy that you had in your fucking dumbass head since we were kids. And not only on top of that, cheat on my nigga with you. All right. So that makes sense in your head, correct? All right, cool. So I didn't text him back. I let him say whatever the fuck he was saying. And I think he told me not to tell nobody or some shit. I'm like... Or he told me to think about it. Not don't tell nobody. He said think about it or some shit like that. I'll let you think about it or whatever. Let me know if you want to or some shit like that. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking dumb? My nigga, first of all, I'ma always think forever and always that your fucking family, no matter how dirty your fucking head is, your fucking thoughts, whatever the fuck rolls off your fucking tongue, you supposed to be family, my nigga. That's how I see you. I don't see you all that nigga fine as fuck. I wanna fuck him. Even if we wasn't family, I do not find that man attractive. No capper, bapper, slapper, dapper, trapper. No fucking cap. I don't. Not saying that he ugly as fuck, but I just don't find you attractive in that way. Anyways. So I couldn't even bring myself to be like, even if I was single, oh my god, you wanna fuck? Like, I'm down. What hotel? What day? Let's set this up like a schedule. Schedule dick appointment, basically. Fuck no. So at that point, I was blue. I was mad as fuck. I was disgusted all over again. Because at first I had put all of that shit behind me. I'm like, I'm older now. He's older now. He has kids now. I'm like, maybe he's gotten a little better in the head. Maybe the fantasy has went away. Or he probably covered it up so it could go away. Something, babe. No. This motherfucker still thinking like that to this day. I said, are you fucking kidding me, bro? I'm like, alright. So I finally texted him back because I think he sent me question marks, so he was like, you're not gonna text back or some shit like that. And I'm like, no. Just, no. This is not happening. And I said, no. I'm good. This ain't happening. Whatever. And so he's like, I think he was gonna text something back, but then by that point, I left whatever he said next. I left it on scene. I don't even know what he said last. I left that shit on scene. I'm like, are you fucking serious, bro? Are you fucking dead ass, bro? You mean to tell me you down to fuck me? And I'm supposed to be okay. I'm supposed to be like, yeah, sure. Whatever. Fuck the whole family thing. No. But anyways, yeah. It's one of my tragic stories. It's sad. It's really sad. I think this happened I don't even remember when this happened, actually. But, again, it happened this year. This year or last year, one of the two. But anyways, it happened recent. I think it was more so this year, honestly. Because that don't make sense if it happened last year. Whatever. It ended up happening, okay? It ended up happening. And I'm like, wow. So, of course, I ended up telling my boyfriend, because I was telling him, you know, like, before we even started having sex, I let him know that I also had things happen to me when I was little. That's why I'm still kind of, like, when we first started having sex, I'm so open with y'all. It's so crazy. But anyways, around the beginning time of us, doing what it do, basically, he would notice that I would, like, tighten up my legs or, basically, like, hold him hostage between my legs. Not on purpose, not as a joke. It was, like, serious. And I would do it all the time. And I don't know, I just had this thing where I'm scared to get raped. I mean, obviously anybody would be. But I'm scared more so because I sleep heavy. And I've always been scared that I would get kidnapped and raped. So I've always, like, clenched my thighs together because that's the closest part to, pum pum down there. And, I've always clenched them together. That's one. Two, it was because I was felt on and touched on while I was asleep, while I was little. So I've always, like, clenched up and stuff like that to make sure pum pum was safe. But, there's ways to get to that without the thighs. So, but my thighs were gradually getting bigger, so they were starting to hold some weight. I don't know. It's tragic. It's very tragic for stuff like that to happen. He wasn't the only family member that tried anything with me or wanted to try anything with me. He was the only one that took it that far to up-to-date recent events. Not recent like now, because I blocked him after that. Basically, to wrap up that story, I ended up blocking him. I wasn't going to block him, I was just going to leave him there. Never respond again type shit. But, it only makes sense to block him because why would we still be friends or anything? So I ended up blocking him on everything. Whatever I could find a fucking account that was linked to him. Not linked, but, well, technically linked. Y'all get it. If we were following each other or friends with each other or any of that, added each other, I ended up blocking him. Whatever name I could find him under and figured it was him, blocked. Even if we wasn't even friends or followed, blocked. I ended up blocking that nigga. Obviously for the reasons, because I don't need you texting me shit like that. Especially because I'm in a relationship and I don't want, one day your message pop up on my phone and it's gonna be like, well, what the fuck is this, Julia? And I'm like, what the fuck is it? Tell me what the fuck it is. Shit, damn it. And then he'd be like, who the fuck is this nigga? And why the fuck is he talking about he'll pay you to fucking fuck you? And keep it between y'all type shit, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck that man got in his sick, twisted ass mind. Explaining to him, I've been touched and felt on like a little kid, And, explaining my little stories to him that actually happened. And he wanted me to tell him the name of the people. And I was like, no, it's over now. No, you good. You're not, honey. So, in my head, I'm like, nah, it's all good. It's all straight. It's fucking straight. Even though it's not. That man is crazy, okay? My boyfriend is fucking loony, okay? He ain't Looney Tunes. But the man is crazy, okay? I don't got time to be hearing you gotta collect call from. Y'all feel me? Because he decided he wanted to go do some reckless ass shit. You feel me? Anyways, so, we having that close bond. conversation. I'm telling him, different stuff. And this man was like, tell me the name of the dude. I'm like, no. And he was like, okay, just tell me the last name then. I was like, no. Because I thought about it. Because I was going to tell him the last name if it was a common last name in the city that we lived in. But it wasn't. And I was like, ain't no way in hell I'm finna tell him his last name. Said he even figured out a boy with his first name. And the first name is very common now, I think. But anyways, common. And I still was like, no. No. The man's is crazy. But anyway, so I'm like, alright, cool, whatever. So I didn't tell him the name. I didn't tell him the first name nor the last name. This man said, okay, since you want to do that. And so I sat there and thought for like a quick little second. I'm like, you know what? I can give him the initials. Ain't no way in hell you're going to figure out the initials, right? In my head, though. It told me some shit like, yo, he know exactly who the fuck you talking about. You ain't got to say shit. I said, you right. But I was like, nah, ain't no way in hell this man know who the fuck I'm talking about. There's many motherfuckers out here I could be related to. Ain't no way in fucking hell. That man is nutty, okay? Let me tell y'all. This man is so crazy. He figured out exactly who the fuck I was talking about when I gave him the initials. I'm gonna give y'all some fake ass initials, but this ain't the man's real initials. So I told him, I'm like, yo, okay, I'll just give you the initials, and then, you can figure it out like that. Because I'm not telling you shit else. I'm not telling you no age, how many kids the man got, nothing. I'm not telling you shit. So he like, alright, cool, give me the initials. I'm like, that was too smooth. But I didn't say that, it's in my head, and I'm sitting there, and I'm in the passenger seat, he in the driver's seat. We sitting in the car. We sitting in the car on the back of the house that I used to live in, and, talking about it, whatever. And the man's was like, so I give him the initials. I'm like, what's some fake ass initials? BP. I'm like, BP. Alright? His initials is BP. Even though they're not. They're not. But far as hell from BP, actually. But, yeah. So then, he was like, I know exactly who you're talking about. What did he say? I said, what? Who am I talking about? I was like, what's his name? Told me this man's first and last name. Call me Suzanne because I'm going to heaven. I said, what the? I said, you know exactly who I was talking about. You know exactly who I was talking about, and I didn't even have to tell you the fucking name. How the fuck? This man knew exactly who the fuck I was talking. That was what was scary. I'm like, who you in peeping on? You got cameras, nigga? You inside my head, nigga? Like, I was like, what the fuck? This blew me, like, not blew me in a way that I was mad, but blew me as in I was shocked as fuck. I'm like, how the fuck do this man know who the fuck I'm talking about? Are you dead ass, nigga? Wow! I had to pee so bad. New spot on who the fuck I was talking about, guys. I didn't have to show him nothing. I didn't even have to show him a picture. He knew who I was talking about. He said, I know exactly who you're talking about. So he told me, like, how he knew. Buddy. Or how he, seen Buddy. Whatever. I'm like, are you serious? What did he say? I don't fucking know, y'all. Like, I just don't know. The man's is crazy. I knew before then that he was crazy, but now, what did he say?